How's it going, everybody? Chris here, and I hope you all are doing well. This is going to be more of a different video today than my usual ones because, well, I got some stuff to say about these recent news yesterday. I would assume most of you are upset about this too, which I do understand. I'm pretty sure everybody understands. So if you weren't aware, yesterday, PlayStation put out an article announcing that in January of 2028, physical games would no longer be made for newer PlayStation games, meaning that next year will be pretty much the final year for physical games for PlayStation, and going forward for any new games that get put on the PS5 in 2028, and supposedly the PS6 whenever that releases, it'll be digital only from now on. Obviously, this was met with massive backlash from everyone, rightfully so, even myself too. We've seen how shitty digital-only gaming can be, especially with how you really don't own the game. You're really pretty much paying for a license to play the game. And these companies can pretty much take away the right to play it at any time. Not to mention too, if the servers shut down, a license expires, or even the whole damn store closes, which I'll get into later, the game can be delisted as a whole and can even be taken away from your account, your library, and that can cause a massive headache if you want to play it again or even just try to install it. I could go on and on about this with how pricing can be and not being able to share, trade, or resell it and more. You all get the point. Digital gaming has its pros as well, such as preloading. You can buy it instantly once a game comes out. It's easy to swap between games and less clutter physically. But I'd say this is where the cons outweigh more the pros here, and in general too, it's better to have that option of physical or digital rather than forcing the consumer to be digital only, which is what PlayStation is pretty much trying to do right now. And this actually reminds me too, PlayStation is actually even removing, I think over 500 movies from digital libraries in September due to licensing. And I can understand the licensing stuff because after it expires, Sony cannot host that content, obviously. But come on though, this is truly ridiculous. And I don't even think Sony provided any news on refunds or compensation for people who bought these movies as well, so that's even more ass than ever. Now obviously with physical games, you truly own the game. You can trade it, sell it, lend it to a friend, do whatever the hell you want with it. But that's truly what makes physical gaming a lot better, especially in today's day and age, where companies are just really being greedy and just overall shitty as well. And in general too, that's why a lot of people are still buying physical media nowadays too, are really reverting back to physical media, including myself. We're all tired of the stuff that goes on with these streaming services and subscriptions. And also not to mention that the prices of some of these services, like Disney Plus for instance, has been increasing year after year. Now personally with me, I do not mind buying physical or digital games or content, but physical will always be better in my eyes, in my opinion, whether it's gaming, it's music, movies, or TV shows. I can tell you, last year I really started to be interested in, buying CDs and vinyls and movies again as well. Sure, I could buy them like music and movies and TVs on iTunes or Apple TV or whatever the hell streaming service has them. But I truly enjoy having that disc or vinyl record in my possession and being able to play it whenever I can and actually wherever I want as well. And even too, a bonus is that I can transfer them to my devices too nonetheless. Like for instance, I can rip a CD through iTunes to my phone and I can listen to it through there. And obviously, the same goes for games as well. I started to buy physical games again earlier this year for my Xbox One S and soon after my new PlayStation 5. Probably a bad time to get one, but I don't know, I'm still happy with it. But the feeling of buying a physical game felt so great again, new or pre-owned at a cheaper price. Especially with certain games like Cyberpunk or Red Dead Redemption 2 providing little goodies in the box like stickers, a map, or even much more than that. And not to mention too, some PlayStation disc games like PS4 disc games actually give you the option to upgrade to the PS5 version for free, and the same goes with Xbox as well, at no extra charge, which is pretty nice. Even better if you get the PS4 or Xbox One edition of that game cheaper as well. And the fact that PlayStation wants to take this physical greatness away from us really is a bummer. But then again, in these companies' eyes, we can't have nice things. Now going back to my mention about the digital stores shutting down, PlayStation as well on the same day did announce that there will be shutdowns rolling out regionally throughout the PS Vita and PS3 stores across August of this year all the way to July of 2027 next year. Now, I've never owned a PlayStation 3, I've never owned a PS Vita, but I do remember that they were supposed to shut these two stores down back in 2021. I know they did with the PSP store, but that backlash led to them keeping these stores up for a while until this year into next year. I hope at least something can be done for that. Obviously, as I said, I never owned those two consoles, so I can't really speak. But even then, I don't know if they can keep these stores up for longer than intended. I mean, the Xbox 360 store shut down in July of 2024, so I'm not entirely sure if these stores can be saved now, which is a real damn shame. So I guess if you're able to, buy whatever you can, preserve it, play it, do whatever you can until that time comes. Now, on the Xbox side of things, it's looking like ass there as well, with all the rumors of layoffs and even more studios shutting down, even despite the good stuff they were doing beforehand. There's reports that the new Xbox console will not have a disc drive, but I guess Xbox is doing something a little bit different, I guess. Xbox is testing a feature where you can pretty much digitize your physical collection, in which the discs can still work after being digitized. Digital entitlement is tied to a specific disc and can move from account to account if you swap them, and you'll pretty much only lose that entitlement if you loan or sell the disc. Now, honestly, to me, I mean, I guess that's somewhat better, but even then, it just sucks that we even have to be in this position, really, both Xbox and PlayStation. And even though I've never owned a Switch or Switch 2, I at least hope Nintendo still makes cartridges for those consoles, and whatever the hell their next console will be as well. In general though, this all just sucks massive ass, like big time, because even then too, it's not even easy to swap to PC thanks to prices of RAM and more going up due to AI and such like that, so it's truly hell to be a gamer in this present day and age. I hope at least though something can be done to keep disc games going. You know, massive backlash can even reverse decisions, so hopefully that can be done, even if things seem very, very bleak right now. Anyways, I guess that'll be it for this video. I wanted to express my thoughts on this whole situation because it's truly insane to think that we're going to be living in a world soon where disc games are no longer going to be a thing going forward, and we truly still won't have ownership of the stuff we own. Like, it's truly crazy to think about that. And that actually leads me to this. I want to know what your thoughts are on this as well, because I know a lot of people, a lot of friends have a lot of thoughts on this too, and they don't want to hold back either, so leave your thoughts below if you want. Otherwise, I hope this video was at least somewhat enjoyable, and if it was, any form of support is appreciated. And without further ado, I hope you all have a great rest of your day going forward. Take care.